Good evening. My name is Julie McGecke, and I will be exploring the temperatures in Hamilton, Alaska. I am the city manager for the city of Hamilton, Alaska. This is a map of where Hamilton, Alaska is located. It's located near the Yukon River, with the Norton Sound to the north and the Bering Sea to the southwest. Today we're going to go over a couple of different projections of what may happen and explore what may happen if we don't make a change for the better. This is a plot of the low emissions projection at RCP 4.5 scenario. As we can see in the month of June, it has steadily gotten warmer. We're about 2 degrees higher than we were from our historical data. The historical data is in the gray boxes, as you can see right here. That's our baseline. And then the yellow box is from 2010 to 2019. Our orange box is from 2040 to 2049. This darker orange box is from 2060 to 2069. And this red box right here is going to be from 2090 to 2099. And these are just the projections of what could happen at this low emissions scenario. And as we see, we are warmer in the summer months, and we are historically getting warmer in the winter months as well. This plot right here shows us the high emissions RCP 8.5 scenario. This is the trend over time, and as you can see, this is accelerated a lot more than our previous plot that we looked at. We're already 2 degrees higher than what we historically have been. And as you see also, even in the winter months, it is steadily getting warmer. We're looking at almost a 6-degree change come 2090. But even before 2090, we're looking at an 8-degree change just from 2010 to 2019. This plot right here shows the low emissions RCP 4.5 scenario for the precipitation for the area of Hamilton, Alaska. If we take a look here in July again, we are already almost an inch more than last year in the summer months. More rain or more precipitation is going to make the ground a lot more wet, and that's going to cause issues in the long run for farming in Algolia. Here is the plot for the high emissions, the RCP 8.5 scenario. As you can tell, it accelerated a lot more than our previous one. It just keeps rising just a little bit, and just even with that little bit of change, it will cause issues. So with the warmer summers and the warmer winters, what is starting to happen and what could happen is the permafrost will begin to melt. And why is this bad, you may ask? Well, the melting of the permafrost will not only release more greenhouse gases into the environment, the ground will no longer be frozen at this point in certain areas, and it will cause landslides for certain areas. The buildings and the grounds will be in trouble of sinking. This is where a lot of the sinkholes in Alaska are starting to come from. And with the more precipitation that happens over time, and the ground beneath us is trying to soak up as much as it can, we will begin to have more runoff into the rivers, and they will carry it out into the ocean, and this will cause the water temperature to start rising a little bit more, and it will also cause the water levels to rise, which is a big issue for climate change. The reason why it would be such a big issue is because even with the temperatures rising in the oceans and the rivers and stuff like that, the wildlife that's in there, it will end up affecting the fishing population. It would also, if we have warmer winters, the lakes and the rivers people use to cross to go hunting in the wintertime will now be at a risk of cracking and breaking earlier and causing people to fall beneath the ice. One idea that we can work on right now is we need to work on public transportation, having maybe an electric train that takes people to and from work, park and shares, so we don't have as many people driving and polluting the air. Also, another idea would be to have bikes for rent around town. Not only will you get the exercise from biking, to and from work or school, it would keep the pollution down from the vehicles. Even though these are projected scenarios for what may come, we still have time to make a change, and we still have a time to change the outcome. Thank you for listening to me.